after all of that, there was never really a serious offer on the table for Neymar from Barcelona. Really?
Really, that's the whole context of it. If you want, the whole thing about it is that in the end, it looks like, and we know now that Barcelona were never really able to afford him, and they tried, and good for them for trying, I guess. But it's like you, Adrian, going to the Lamborghini car dealer with money only to buy a Ford Escort. At some point, it's not going to work. You could try to chuck in your car and your wife's car and your whoever else's car, Shaka's car, even the old Maserati. It's not going to work. You're never going to be able to afford a Lamborghini. It was exactly the same. And there's a point where, especially with a player like Neymar, regardless of what he's been doing the last 2 seasons in PSG, regardless of the injuries, he's still one of the best and biggest players in the world. You just can't go and act like a wheeler dealer trying to make a deal on the cheap or trying to bargaining the deal or anything like this. And PSG, and on paper, it looked quite simple. He wants to leave. PSG are happy for him to leave. He can leave on their terms, but because they don't want to lose too much money or because they want a deal that also works for them. Barcelona want him back in many respects. So let's do a deal. But the deal was never, ever, even near getting done.
And interestingly, Jules, one of the main themes of your article suggested that Leonardo for PSG was one of the main reasons that it didn't get done.
I do wonder, and we will never know, obviously, what would have happened if Leonardo hadn't gone back to Paris and if Antero Henrique, who is not really the sort of tough negotiator, the kind of strong character that Leonardo is, and certainly never really felt at ease in the role of being the PSG sporting director like Leonardo is and was in his first spell at the club as well between 2011 and 2013. So, but Leonardo coming back, I think changed the whole dynamic, or at least a lot of the dynamic of that deal, because in front of them, Barcelona had someone who knew exactly what he had to do. The Qatari owner said to him, okay, he can go, but we can't get done here. It has to also work for us. We can't just, having bought him 2 years ago for 222 million euros and then letting him go on a cheap for 2 promising kids, 50 million euros and maybe a bit more later. That doesn't work like this. And I think Leonardo was very strong enough and intelligent enough to make sure that at every time in that negotiation, he was the strongest player, that PSG were in the strongest position, and they felt, you know what, if he doesn't leave, then we still have a very, very good player on our books.
Jules, I want to bring the boys in on this next point too. You wrote a while that Neymar was angling for his move away. You'd had lengthy chats with his PSG teammates who were trying to persuade him to stay, and now he is going to stay. Do you think that team and those teammates are going to welcome him back with open arms?
There's no doubt about the dressing room. I mean, it's not rocket science that if you ask them, do you have a better chance to do well in the Champions League with Neymar or without Neymar? Neymar is best. I mean, everyone will say, yes, of course. Kylian Mbappe is a huge fan of Neymar. All the Brazilians, all the South Americans, maybe apart from Edinson, Cavani, are all big fans of Neymar. There's no doubt that when he's at his best, when he has the right attitude, when he's positive, when he's happy, he's an incredible player, and he's done incredible things for PSG, 51 goals in 58 matches. It's an incredible ratio. So they all hope that's the Neymar that will turn up now and be coming back into the team and start playing again and all of that. So yes, the problem is the fans, how they will welcome him, they will come back. We know that when he missed that first game, the banners and the insult from the ultras especially were very extreme. So that would be interesting to see. But from the dressing room point of view and from Thomas Tuchel's point of view, there's no doubt that they are very happy now that he's staying.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.